TNT Radio Productions presents Clouds of Witness by Dorothy L. Sayers. Adapted for radio by Tristan Berlet. Directed by Tristan Berlet and Tyler Janess. Act 1 of his Malice Aforethought.
Well, Cathcart, you certainly proved yourself on the shooting grounds today.
Indeed, I couldn't even manage a single one, but you were bagging them by the dozens.
They better not let you near here for another year or two, lest you depopulate the area entirely.
Yeah, you're all too kind, really.
Perhaps you should try Africa. I hear the shooting is absolutely superb down there. Zebras, lions, tigers, that sort of thing.
Oh, absolutely. And I would love riding on top of an elephant. Wouldn't you, darling?
It would certainly be quite an adventure.
I would be terrified for one to do something like that. I'd be sure that the elephant would try to trample me or something. There are only beastly creatures in Africa. Nothing nearly as civilized as a goose or a swan.
I've never heard of such a description for waterfowl. I must say, quite fascinating indeed.
Well, you understand my point anyhow.
Anyways, Mary, I must congratulate you on a marvelous job. You've been a splendid host in Helen's place.
Oh, yes. Most brilliant.
Thank you. Thank you, really.
If you continue with such great shows as this, I'm sure you'll make a splendid wife.
Oh, come off it. Surely being a good hostess isn't the only qualification for being a good wife.
I suppose. But it is the only quality that is visible to others.
Oh, Lizzie.
Well, I think it's time I turned in. We've got quite a busy day tomorrow.
Indeed. An expedition deep into the Yorkshire countryside, as the Duke called it. Makes it sound a little bit like Africa put like that, what?
Should be invigorating to the last.
Can't wait.
I think I'll come up with you, Matilda.
So will we.
Well, good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good
night. Good night.
You won't be long, Neil, now will you?
Oh, all right, Molly. Good night.
Good night, Dennis.
Sleep tight, Malion Chatoyant.
Nightcap, gentlemen?
Jolly good. A fine thing, Sherry. Always opens up endless possibilities when a glass of it's in your hand.
Most definitely.
Of course, Cathcart, you probably prefer some Parisian concoction or another.
Well, Paris offers many an esprit magnifique. Nothing could beat what we have here at home.
Hear, hear. And besides, there aren't any grand old places to shoot like there are here.
But with all Paris has to offer, one can surely excuse the lack of good hunting grounds.
There is no excuse for the lack of shooting. It's the greatest part of human nature, and Britain offers the most splendid places to let that side loose.
I suppose. Besides, most of Paris will be cut off when you finally clamp yourself to old Mary.
Well, not all of it, not in the least. And I plan to take advantage of every part of the city while we're living there. And, Colonel, there used to be many a good shooting grounds in France. During the war.
No.
Perhaps that's where I picked up my shooting skills, what?
Now that is no way to talk about the war. We lost too many good men for you to be cracking cheap jokes about it. I think it's time for me to head up. If you have any sense, Arbuthnot, we'll drag up young Cathcart here before he gets himself into trouble. Ah, Fleming. Anything for myself or my wife there?
No, sir.
Very good. Good night, gentlemen.
A letter for you, sir.
Thank you, Fleming.
So, you plan to set up shop in Paris, then?
Oh, most definitely. It's in Paris that the people truly know La Belle Vie.
My sentiments exactly. Do you know when?
Well, that's what I plan to find out. Tomorrow morning I'm going to ask Mary to set the date.
For your wedding?
Indeed.
How very exciting! She'll be delighted. After all, you've only been engaged for 9 months.
Well, we had to have some fun before the knot was officially tied. And for the tabloid's sake, we had to make sure the family totally approved.
And for old Jerry's sake as well, I presume.
Very, very true.
I always
Well,
thought-
I feel utterly dead on my feet. My bed is calling and I must answer. Good night, Freddy.
Oh, good night.
Here's the post, Your Grace.
Thank you, Fleming.
The table has been fully cleared and all the weaponry has been inspected and locked away.
Very good. Old Tom Freeborn. Fleming, is Captain Cathcart still out there?
No, Your Grace. He just went upstairs.
Very well. I suppose I should go up and see him then.
Who the devil's that?
Look here, can I just have a word with you?
Cut it short.
Well, fact is, I've had a letter I don't much like the look of, and I thought the best thing to do was to bring it straight away to you and have the whole thing cleared up. It's from a man, a very decent sort, old college friend, who says he's met you in Paris.
Paris. What the hell do you want to come talking to me about Paris for?
Well, don't talk like that, because it's misleading under the circumstance.
What are you driving at? Spit it out and go to bed, for God's sake.
All right, I will. It's a man called Freeborn who says he knew you in Paris and that you made money cheating at cards.
What about it?
What about it? Well, of course, it's not the sort of thing I'm going to believe like that, right bang slap off without any proofs.
Beliefs don't matter. It's what one knows about people.
Do you mean to say that you don't deny it?
It's no good my denying it. You must make up your own mind. Nobody could disprove it. I don't care what you think or what you do if you only get out. For God's sake, leave me alone.
Now look here, you needn't take it that way. I don't say I do believe it. In fact, I'm sure there must be some mistake. Only you being engaged to marry, I couldn't just let it go at that without looking into it, could I?
Oh. Well, if that's what's worrying you, it needn't. It's off.
What?
Our engagement.
Off! But I was talking to Mary only yesterday, and
I haven't told her yet.
you've broken off the engagement and you haven't told her yet? That's pretty damned brazen. You utter swine! You utter swamp-scrounging, ululating, manure-filled swine! Who the hell do you think you are to come here and jilt my sister?
An utter swine, of course.
If you dare speak to my sister again, I'll break every bone in your body. You hear that? As for now, you should start packing. You're out of here first thing in the morning. I've no use for rodents like you.
I've no need to pack. In fact, I think I'll leave now.
Cathcart! Cathcart!
Hello, Denver. What's the row?
Get out of my way! Cathcart! Don't be a bloody fool, Cathcart! Come back here! Cathcart!
Is everything all right, Your Grace?
Yes. Have you locked up yet?
Not yet, Your Grace.
Well, when you do, leave the conservatory door on the latch.
Very good, Your Grace.
Oh, Samson, come here. Good boy. Now stay. Stay.
Oh, près de ma blonde, qu'une c'est bon, c'est bon, c'est bon. Oh, près de ma blonde, qu'une c'est bon, dormir. Contrast is life. Corsica, Paris, then on to London. I say, Bunter, what's all this? Staying a fortnight, you know.
Excuse me, my lord, but having seen the Times delivered here every morning by air, and very expeditious, I'm sure, all things considered, I made no doubt your lordship would be wishing to go to Riddlesdale at once.
Riddlesdale? What's the matter? Anything wrong with my brother?
I'm afraid that Captain Cathcart has been found shot dead, my lord.
Dead? Oh, my. Poor Mary.
And what's more, my lord...
Riddlesdale inquest today. Duke of Denver likely to be arrested on murder charge.
I thought your lordship wouldn't wish to miss anything, so I took it...
When's the next train?
I beg your lordship's pardon. I thought your lordship would wish to take the quickest route, so I took it upon myself to book 2 seats in the aeroplane Victoria. She starts at 11:30.
Very good, Bunter. You did quite right. Dear me. Poor old Gerald being arrested for murder. Uncommonly worrying for him, poor chap. Always hated my being mixed up with police escorts. Now he's there himself. Dear me. Well, I suppose one must have breakfast.
Yes, my lord. It is very regrettable that we shall not be there for the inquest.
Indeed. Who's on the case?
Inspector Parker, my lord.
Parker? That's good. Splendid old Parker. How he managed to get put onto it. How do things look, Bunter?
If I may say so, my lord, I fancy the investigation will prove very interesting.
From a criminological point of view, I dare say. It's deuced awkward for my brother all the same. Having no turn for criminology, what?
Well, they say, my lord, there's nothing like having a personal interest.
I was woken at 3:45 a.m. by the Wimsey family chauffeur. It's about 14 miles from Riddlesdale to where I live in Stapley, but there being no medical men in Riddlesdale, I was closest. I arrived at about 4:30. Saw deceased about 5 minutes later, and judged him to have been dead for about 3 or 4 hours.
I take it then that we can say that the fatal shot had been fired from around 1:30 to 2 a.m.?
Actually not, I'm afraid. The lungs had been pierced, resulting in severe blood loss and suffocation, but death would not have been instantaneous. In fact, the deceased may have lingered for several hours.
Are you able to judge whether the deceased shot himself?
It is certainly possible that the wound was self-inflicted. However, it could also have been fired at very close quarters.
And how exactly did you come across the corpse, Your Grace?
Well, I'd had trouble sleeping that night and decided to take a walk out on the moors. I was returning from this walk and was entering the house by the conservatory door when I tripped on something. When I turned on my torch, I saw that it was Cathcart.
About what time was this?
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock in the morning on Thursday, the 14th of October. Very well. What did you do when you discovered the body?
Well, I turned him over to figure out what had happened. I immediately saw that he had been shot through the chest and was most definitely deceased.
What happened next?
I heard a cry coming from inside the conservatory. I looked up to see my sister, Mary, staring at me in a panic. She came out the door and made an exclamation.
What did she say?
Well, she...
Your Grace?
She said, "Oh God, Gerald, you've killed him."
Were you surprised by that remark?
I was extremely shocked and surprised at the whole thing. I think I said to her, "Don't look," and she said, "Oh, it's Dennis. Whatever can have happened? Has there been an accident?" I stayed with the body and sent her up to rouse the house.
Did you expect to see Lady Mary Wimsey in the conservatory?
Really, as I said, I was so astonished all around, I didn't think about it.
Do you remember how she was dressed?
I don't think she was in her pajamas. I think she had a coat on.
I understand that Lady Mary Wimsey was engaged to be married to the deceased.
Yes, she was.
Was he well known to you?
He was the son of an old friend of my father's. His parents are dead. I believe he lived chiefly abroad.
I ran across him during the war, and in 1919 he came to stay at Denver. He became engaged to my sister at the beginning of this year.
With your consent and with that of the family?
Before that night, yes.
Can you suggest any explanation for Cathcart's behavior as you've described it that night?
None. I was completely staggered, but I think he must somehow have got wind of the letter and knew the game was up.
Did you mention the matter to anybody else?
No, it wasn't pleasant, and I thought I'd better leave it till the morning.
So you did nothing further in the matter?
No. I didn't want to go out hunting for the fellow. I was too angry. Besides, I thought he'd change his mind before long. It was a brute of a night. And he'd only a dinner jacket.
Then you just went quietly to bed and never saw deceased again?
Not till I fell over him outside the conservatory at 3 in the morning.
Ah, yes. Now, can you tell us how you came to be out of doors at that time?
As I said, I wasn't sleeping well. I went out for a stroll.
At 3 o'clock in the morning?
Yes.
Even though it was such a brute of a night.
Well, you see, my wife's away.
Silence, please! You mean to say that you got up at that hour of an October night to take a walk in the garden in the pouring rain?
Yes, just a stroll.
At what time did you leave the bedroom?
About 2:30, I should think.
Which way did you go out?
By the conservatory door.
The body was not there when you went out?
If it was, I'd have had to walk over it, wouldn't I?
Exactly where did you go?
Oh, just about.
You heard no shot?
No.
Did you go far away from the conservatory door?
Well, I was some way away. Perhaps that's why I didn't hear anything. It must have been.
Were you as much as a quarter of a mile away?
I should think I was. Oh, yes, quite.
More than a quarter of a mile away?
Possibly.
Half a mile?
Possibly. I walked about briskly because it was cold.
In which direction?
Round at the back of the house, towards the bowling green.
The bowling green?
Yes.
But if you were more than a quarter of a mile away, you must have left the grounds.
Oh, yes, I think I did, yes. I walked about on the moors a bit, you know.
Can you show us the letter you had from Mr. Freeborn?
Oh, certainly, if I can find it. I thought I put it in my pocket, but I couldn't find it for that Scotland Yard fellow.
Could you have accidentally destroyed it?
No, I remember putting it... Oh. I remember now. I did destroy it.
That's unfortunate. How was that?
I had forgotten. It has come back to me now. I'm afraid it has gone for good.
Perhaps you kept the envelope.
I'm afraid not.
Then you can show the jury no proof of having received it.
Not unless Fleming remembers it.
Ah, yes. No doubt we can check it that way. Thank you, Your Grace. Call Lady Mary Wimsey. Where did you first meet the deceased?
At my sister-in-law's house in London.
When was that?
I think it was June last year.
You were quite happy in your engagement.
Quite.
You naturally saw a good deal of Captain Cathcart. Did he tell you much about his previous life?
Not very much. We were not given to mutual confidences. We usually discuss subjects of common interest.
You had many such subjects.
Oh, yes.
You never gathered at any time that Captain Cathcart had anything on his mind?
Not particularly. He had seemed a little anxious the last few days.
Did he speak of his life in Paris?
He spoke of theatres and amusements there. He knew Paris very well. I was staying in Paris with some friends last February when he was there, and he took us about. That was shortly after our engagement.
Did he ever speak of playing cards in Paris?
I don't remember.
With regard to your marriage, had any financial settlements been gone into?
I don't know. I don't think so. The date of the marriage was not in any way fixed.
He always appeared to have plenty of money.
I suppose so. I didn't think about it.
You never heard him complain of being hard up?
Well, my goodness, everybody complains of that, don't they?
Was he a man of cheerful disposition?
He was very moody. Never the same 2 days together.
You have heard what your brother says about the deceased wishing to break off the engagement. Had you any idea of this?
Not the slightest.
Can you think of any explanation now?
Absolutely none.
There'd been no quarrel?
No.
So far as you knew on the Wednesday evening, you were still engaged to the deceased, with every prospect of being married to him shortly.
Yes, certainly, of course.
He was not... Forgive me this very painful question. The sort of man who would have been likely to lay violent hands on himself.
Oh, I never thought... Well, I don't know. I suppose he might have done. That would explain it, wouldn't it?
Now, Lady Mary, please don't distress yourself. Take your time. Will you tell us exactly what you heard and saw on Wednesday night and Thursday morning?
I went up to bed with Miss Marchbanks and the Pettigrew-Robinsons at about 9:30, leaving the rest of the men downstairs. I said goodnight to Dennis, who seemed quite as usual. I was not downstairs when the post came. I went to my room at once. My room is at the back of the house. I heard Colonel Marchbanks come up at about 10. The stairs are quite close to my door. Some of the other men came up with him. I did not hear my brother come upstairs. At about 10:15, I heard two men talking loudly in the passage, and then I heard someone run downstairs and bang the front door. Afterwards, I heard rapid steps in the passage, and finally, I heard my brother shut his door. Then I went to bed.
You did not inquire the cause of the disturbance?
I thought it was probably something about the dogs.
What happened next?
I woke up at 3 o'clock.
What wakened you?
I heard a shot.
You were not awake before you heard it?
I may have been partly awake. I heard it very distinctly. I was sure it was a shot. I listened for a few minutes, and then went downstairs to see if anything was wrong.
Why didn't you call your brother or some other gentleman?
Why should I? I thought it was probably only poachers, and I didn't want to make an unnecessary fuss at that unearthly hour.
Did the shot sound close to the house?
Fairly, I think. It is hard to tell when one is awakened by a noise. It always sounds so extra loud.
It did not seem to be in the house or in the conservatory.
No, it was outside.
So you went downstairs by yourself. That was very plucky of you, Lady Mary. Did you go immediately?
Not quite immediately. I thought it over for a few minutes. Then I put on walking shoes over bare feet, a heavy covert coat, and a woolly cap. It may have been 5 minutes after hearing the shot that I left my bedroom. I went downstairs and through the billiard room to the conservatory.
Why did you go that way?
Because it was quicker than unbolting either the front door or the back door.
What happened next?
When I got to the conservatory door, I saw a man outside bending over something on the ground. When he looked up, I was astonished to see my brother.
Before you saw who it was, what did you expect?
I hardly know. It all happened so quickly. I thought it was burglars, I think.
His Grace has told us today that when you saw him you cried out, "Oh God, you've killed him." Can you tell us why you did that?
I thought my brother must have come upon a burglar and fired at him in self-defense. That is, if I thought at all.
You knew that the Duke possessed a revolver.
Oh, yes. I think so.
But, as Dr. Thorpe said, the deceased was shot several hours before he was found. You're saying you were awoken by a shot at 3?
Well...
Are you saying there was a second shot?
Well, yes, I suppose. But everybody was running about and calling out. I couldn't bear it.
Oh, please. Constable, take her away. Call the Honorable Freddy Arbuthnot.
Oh, old Denver gets mad at everything at some point or another. It's just a fact of life. But it almost never comes to anything. More dust than bite, if you want my opinion. It's why he has so many friends.
What did you think of the deceased?
Well, I hadn't known Cathcart for too long. Only met the chap 2 months ago. Always liked to have fun, no matter where he was, especially with Mary, as far as I could tell. Overall, I found him all right.
You liked him then?
No, I didn't exactly like the chap. Hadn't known him long enough, really, to decide that. But he seemed all right. Nothing wrong about him that I knew of.
Did you hear anything about Captain Cathcart cheating at cards?
Good Lord, no. Of course, one doesn't go about looking out for people cheating at cards. It's not a thing one expects. I lost quite a bit of money that way once in Monte Carlo. I didn't have any hand in bringing the blighter to justice, though. Didn't even notice till the fun began.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary in the way Captain Cathcart treated Lady Mary?
No, not really. Then again, I don't suppose I ever would if there was. I'm not really an observant sort of chap, don't you know?
Now, did you hear anything after you went to bed on Wednesday night?
Not till poor little Mary knocked me up. Then I toddled down and found Denver in the conservatory, bathing Cathcart's head. We thought we ought to clean the gravel and mud off his face, you know.
You heard no shot?
Not a sound. But I do sleep pretty heavily.
Now, Mrs. Marchbanks, you say you were up fairly late that night?
Yes, I do. I had to write some letters to be posted the next morning. It was about 11:30 when I heard some movement in the Duke's study. Our bedroom's directly over it, you see. It was about this time that my husband, who had gone to sleep as soon as he came up, woke up. He said, "Come to bed, my dear. It's 11:30. We're making an early start tomorrow. You won't be fit for anything. I'm just as keen a hunter as any man, you see." Then he said, "You're the only sinner burning the midnight oil. Everyone else has turned in." I replied, "No, I think the Duke's still up. I can hear him moving in his study." My husband could then hear it too. Then I joined my husband in bed and we never heard the Duke come up. Or any noise for that matter.
Were you not concerned about the Duke's row that night?
Oh no. When you stay with the Wimseys as often as we have, you get used to people shouting and running about. They're a very excitable family.
Did you hear anything else that night, Mr. Pettigrew-Robinson?
Well, I think it was about 11:30 or so. I heard the Duke's door quietly open and stealthy feet moving around the passage. However, I cannot tell you whether or not they went downstairs. The bathroom and lavatory are both at the end of the passage. However, I did not hear any returning footsteps.
Are you completely sure it was the Duke's door?
Oh, definitely. It is a very definitive squeak. None of the other doors on the floor have it.
Did you hear anything else that night?
No, nothing.
No shots?
None. And we would have heard one if there was. My wife always keeps the window open at night.
What did you think about Captain Cathcart's relationship with Lady Mary?
I agree with my wife. There didn't seem to be any real affection between the two of them. They always seemed very offhand in their dealing with each other. Then again, I suppose that's just the fashion nowadays. There have never been any public disagreements.
All 20 acres of the grounds are surrounded by a strong palisade, and the gate is locked at night. Even so, poachers still manage to get in every now and again. That's why I didn't think too much of the shot when I heard it.
When was that, Mr. Hardraw?
Oh, about 10 minutes to midnight.
Could you tell where it came from?
It was close to my cottage, behind it, in fact, towards the more wooded area. I supposed it was poachers, and I went out with my gun in that direction. However, I didn't see anyone whatsoever.
What time did you get back to your cottage?
About 1 o'clock.
Did you fire your gun at any time?
No.
You did not go out again?
I did not.
Nor hear any other shots?
Only that one, but I fell asleep after I got back and was wakened up by the chauffeur going out for the doctor. That would be about 3:15.
Thank you, Mr. Hardraw. You've been most helpful. Call Inspector Crakes.
I came up with Dr. Thorpe from Stapley. I found the body lying between the conservatory door and a covered well which lied just outside it. All he had on him was a cigar case and a small flat pocket knife. There were bloody marks all along the path leading to the conservatory, along with other signs that it had been dragged to that point where it had been found.
And where does this path lead?
Through a shrubbery, past the gamekeeper's cottage, and eventually ends at the gate to the property. The blood tracks themselves led to a small clearing in the middle of the shrubbery. Here, I found a great pool of blood, a handkerchief covered in it, and a small American revolver with no markings.
I think, then, we'd better recall the Duke of Denver. I should like to ask your grace whether you ever saw deceased in possession of a revolver.
Not since the war.
You do not know if he carried one about with him?
I have no idea.
You can make no guess, I suppose, to whom this revolver belongs?
That's my revolver. Out of the study table drawer. How did you get hold of that?
You are certain?
Positive. I saw it there only the other day when I was hunting out some photos of Mary for Cathcart. And I remember thinking then that it was getting rusty lying about. Indeed, there is a speck of rust that made me think it just there.
Did you keep it loaded?
Lord, no. I really don't know why it was there. I fancy I turned it out one day with some old army stuff and found it among my shooting things when I was up at Riddlesdale in August. I think the cartridges were with it, though.
Was the drawer locked?
Yes. But the key was in the lock. My wife tells me I'm careless.
Did anybody else know the revolver was there?
Fleming did, I think. I don't know of anybody else.
Clouds of Witness by Dorothy L. Sayers was adapted for radio by Tristan Berlet. It featured Adri Alvarez, Jackson Anselmo, Tristan Berlet, Jack Boles, Jay Bradley, Raphael Brown, Trisha Curtin, Alex Jean, Brianna Lowe, Wren Perchlik, Daniel Santana-Gonzales, Himadri Seth, Martin Soul, Connor White, and David Williams. Audio mixing by Vedant Akari, Jay Bradley, Danny Brenner, and Will Hopper. Music by Charlie Banta. Graphic design by Alex Macera. Directed by Tristan Berlet and Tyler Janess. Executive producer, Jay Bradley. This is a TNT radio production.